okekoti.
Okekoti ye.
Tira ndo nyako nene ti.
Nyako le body kan.
Katu sewo.
Do tuno.
Apare mtole ntele huyo mtole.
Sawa wali pacho. Wali mtu.
Hotel mitobedo.
Mitobedo penga.
Okay. Ibalisa.
Mito wijo popo ibalisa. Tira yona luganda yobo paka to nyolu kenyi paka no soga na ina.
No lukenyo lumanzi.
Kasurabe. Amaze kusiba olugi.
Oyina akasimulo.
Nze nina gwange. Ate oyo atambula butambuza mtu amaze kuona no lyoko mulekere kisumira sesobole.
Enyumba eri etya? Tujje tulabe.
You have light.
If you stay there, get.
You can enter.
We can enter?
Yes.
Enter.
Many members of parliament who are here can enter.
MP.
Staying on no.
Ikuwa mara no lungo wena. Nina baby na wule na gile no gile.
Awena.
Na maybe na wule na guillotine kitanda ni. Na bina
Awena mai.
Awena me kabea. Na bina kele chasira wule ke bata. Omi aba tulo ke banyi me gia chama.
Chulo ba jido mi.
Omi ado no ka wudo.
Ngale mgamo.
Tie dana mele mgamo nyakan wudi nyakan.
Nyinge ngai. Ingeo nyinge.
Amutuka tuche ko ni bino wa.
Ale yame wawe. Uliamo timo gimoro. Ayong. Ngale mgamo.
Neba.
Dene gamo de chamugire.
Gamo.
What is she saying?
Saying the person
Do tina ngusina geo gamo ti.
has been eaten.
Akwara.
She's
Dini yo gamo.
the date of Saturday 8 hours.
Wek bera penye. Geno me ayong wo geo gamo ni kede sente ni liye kelo ni kadi.
Who is that
Ayong obeda wubi.
Ayong ngai.
Araba kwa.
Awobe ka niyo ka ngodo me niyo ka chia lo. To ti gena poko. Ene gin ti bere ko mano.
One of
I think the problem with her is she has gotten, but her report is that whenever the alternative recipient called Ayongo comes to pick for her the money, they bring for her part of the money, not all amount.
Aso wek do ko yam ni ko pa.
The woman doesn't even have a mattress.
Aya indi kobedo.
Beda ni barasa kana
Bedi.
Tuni ni ngeke kuti bedi ekego kana. Bedi ekego kana tuni ni.
Tubira kukola muki.
Sente zo bulijjo ngula ne mmere ate kakati nje mfunye maze kusasa na datu baje titemmere nankani mfukemu ya muogo mpita ate nankani yo bumba nje maze kubamwa sente kubanga yabanja
Abadde bakubanja emmere.
Nti badde ntwala wa sente ya mmere badde nga maze kugamba sente nja kugula nayo maze kubamwa walere sente zabwe badde ntute nankani sirina byekulya.
Toyina byakulya.
Sirina byakulya kakati kimulaba wano mwala abadde ayamba ayononese abadde alima takyalima.
Takyalima.
Anti
Olina abaana bameka?
Nina abaana nzadde abaana bana babiri bafudde kakati asigadde obuli. Emu afudde bwabwe wali Bugondo. Jafudde. Naye ono naye abadde afudde bwino naye bamaze kugana bamaze kuwaikana ne musajja we kakati akomye bwano nga abadde ambeera kakati amaze kugwa ddalu.
agudde ddalo
gwe kakati tomulaba maka eribooti abeera kutambula paaka ku bwawa ajja kira komawo kiro alusi ayinza kuva wano nagenda kabula mweru namala sabiti nze ndi
olina abaana bobeera nabo
sisirina abaana bamwaleka wange kubanga waliyo nankani mulenzi anti mujja kutuuka mwaleka wange naye gimubadde mutuuka mujja kugenda gyali waliyo nankani mulenzi yazadde balenzi amaze kuwasa ente gange yabaala bange awasizadde mukazi tanzukira nandibadde kati nandibadde kulimira kundimira tandimira ndi awo bwere ndi wanaku ate n'abantu wange wali amaze kubuuka kati nze ntuula wano ntuula kubula ku nkuuma byange sente eyo mbadde kukwata nalabye embuzi emu ningula embuzi niŋamba ti
waguze embuzi eruddawa
bagisibye endowooza eyo badde eri wano bagisibye
ani amanyi embuzi yono mukadde gye yaguze weri she bought a goat
waguze ne sente zino
naguze kubanga mbadde ŋamba ti nga nfudde sisiwali ekintu gye bajja kuteeka mutwe
no that she bought one
ndi awo bwereere
luli obadde olina embuzi endala obadde olina embuzi endala
oyo nankani muwala oyo abadde alina embuzi ye
muwala oli abadde alina embuzi ye
alina embuzi ye naye nze nagulira wange omu ekyali muto nagwe omanyi ngamba ti nga nfudde siwali ekintu gye bajja kuteeka ku mutwe sirina omuntu sirinako anambeera diye balakita nyakola no kyerekede gaga tegigendeko amate bala gaga tiko kalaba awule nini
era muli omuliro ofumbira omwo tebijja kwokya
ate nkole ntya mwana wange ndi bwotyo ndi kunako nsaba katonda eyoko gye nsaba
she cooks within that house
siwali omuntu ankuuma nabangiriki
mukadde n'abazzukulu bonna bw'osula nabo wano
sirina
osula weka
nze ndi wano bweka
kumakya eriyo abajja wano okukubuuzaako nti wasuza otya olyoka ogulewo oba olwadde
nze ngulawo waliwo abantu balala bakisa oluusi omuntu ayinza kundetera lumonde nandibadde mutono bwoti nokamba temukadde nagwe erya
bakuwako abaliraana
kati wanaani asula eri mu nyumba endala eri
oyo omuwala abadde asula kakati enyumba eyo emaze kuwona abadde asula eyo asulawo kakati naye nga mulese atuula bulungi naye nga guze ayingira kukula ndulu nga dduka bujuki tayinza kubeera waka walidde
yafa omutwe yasula muli alina abaana be yazaala naye
yesiyazadde oli mwala wange ali wali wafe wali bugondo oyo yazaala ndi wano
bajja kukuwanga sente buli mwezi omanyi sente zebakuwa
nze manyi
meka
anti bagamba 23
emitwalo 2,300 buli mwezi
mutwalo ate nze manyi anti mwesinga
tutumia otare ya dek mitwalo 2,300 buli mwezi
tutumia otare
iwi ya dek
eba ena mo miyango ba
do tino miadi tino ko miadi
mama ulo okalama mama ulo dwetare
do ya chelo kala munama remere ko tino o mitina di
o miya beginen otero batinga to ba otero me banya o miya tini okodona nado kanya pe Mbere nje bade ndia
she's able to survive because she's getting now
neka kati
and she has hope that
okozeseza sente bulungi obeerewo government ya Uganda ng'ekolagana n'abantu bajja kuyambangayo emitwalo 2,300 buli mwezi
sigana nja kwebaza nnyo nja kwebaza nga birembe zonna nja kwebaza nga kwedisa niyebaze nnyo mukoze bulungi singa kakati nga muntu alina nandibadde 10 nandibadde 5 nandibadde ki ayinza kumpa nengula nga teri nze sinza kumutwala kukwata ya mpaka
kale beera bulungi
bangadonketi haya
Like today she got voted 2008 good bed of voted.
Yeah.
Ti gudo.
Ebedo keri ni pacha chel kan.
En no. Tureno.
It lives actually nearby home here.
But we're saying the child.
That is
That's the kid of the
grandchild.
Ya tino ni balo kwani.
That the child has, the one who
Kwani.
has been taken, but that is the grandchild.
So she stay with that child at night.
No, the son has a wife. I think they
So
stay in
inside
the
this
nearby.
is
The day caretaker.
Nearby. Yeah, day caretaker. Yeah.
Welcome to our environment.
The experience is that we have people who are living subhuman lives, and we need to come out to support both at government, local government, but community as well, because communities surrounding these people should not leave them to government alone. SAGE is one of the many programs that government has, but we think that this will supplement the other programs like universal primary, health for all, because you see an old woman like this one, whether you put a health center too nearby, without supporting her with transport, she will not be able to move there. So SAGE is one way to supplement other government efforts. Now we are talking about food nutrition. How do you get this woman feed, even the children with her? So SAGE is an intervention. One of the interventions meant for this. Of course, I've visited other districts. I've seen this before, but when you come to such areas, you see even the more need for getting money to help such people. Otherwise, if they are neglected, they are almost next to death because they have nothing to feed. They have not, you can see people lack even accommodation facilities. They don't have mattresses. They are staying out there without any help. Government needs to come up and pull our efforts to help them. You know, this is a beginning point, but as we get more funds, we need to look at the basic minimum income for survival. Otherwise, this is just a beginning point. It's not enough, but having limited funds, you can't go beyond this. But as we get more money, we need to give in more on her.
First of all, ngaduong ni atipe ni obedo minister. Mami ntie odo sete mora mami jodo ngani. Ngaduong ame loko mesete no. Eline. Do na atipe nyobe ini tikere jomo ga meni da. She has got grandchildren. Adi.
How many?
Kanyari.
7.
7 grandchildren.
Kibere tuai.
Patagicha.
That they stay across in that home. Do ini konyo gi benyu. I'm asking how she helps them. Ini konyo gi benyu.
Akonyo gi anyaka amisomo. Tende me sikulu.
Konyo gi the school.
Mommy anobi.
That she uses part of this money to buy them the scholarships materials that they require at school. Because she's a beneficiary.
How long has she received?
You wouldn't have said any pikara rom kweni.
Kubara king megena memina joba. Amara gamu.
Diko bero gamu lim nakana.
Agamu nakana. Do king ma na leoko.
She got right from the very first day when we launched the program, and she has been benefiting. Yep. Save for last month where everybody else did get. Doti lioto.
Ango liaoto teko le neno kita oto. Lia tuno kono.
Today she hasn't gone. Donga lem gamu ni yoti komi.
Woda. Lem teki. Lem teka ngaoto. Dona kaguchere.
She has all along been going on her own, but now she feels she's very weak. She can't walk up to them. So she'll be entrusting her son to go and pick for her.
Somebody has gone to pick someone.
Nati ne otogamo.
Eoto kuno.
That he has gone. Yes.
When you get that money, what are you going to use?
Benaka yudo situ ne yarti mo kedinyo.
Sedno. Sedno moga chamu kere ba kejda ti gi chamu dale. Awilo mago kere muongo. Moga awilo kere bel. Aso donga akonyo kere josukulu.
She's saying that since she's experiencing a bit of famine, part of it she uses for buying food, and then part of it she uses for assisting the grandchildren who are at school. She buys the cassava, sorghum, just for her to eat. Then the balance he uses for helping those kids at school, the grandchildren. He passed on. How in it?
So you have been a widow for now about a long time. This recommendation will help us to achieve what we want to do. But also, as we consider the visit, many people have had chances of having other visitors elsewhere. It doesn't do us any bad if you use the other experience to recommend for the betterment of having this program. I know there are those who went to Brazil, and I have a number of them here. The Honorable Chair, the Honorable Zima, him and many others. But also Flavia was in the team that went to South Africa. Now that you are here and you have seen what is in Karipiramido, to be useful to recommend to Cabinet, Parliament, Ministry, District, Service Provider, beneficiaries, even to our development partners. But we could look at immediate, intermediary, and long-term recommendations. Immediate meaning there is a type of budget process. If you have issues to fit in that budget process, please make those recommendations. Then intermediary and long-term recommendations. Otherwise, before I hand over to leaders of various delegations to give us feedback and recommendations, this is an experience that when you go to the field, you see the real need of the people that we talk about. And just to share with you an immediate experience I've had in my duty as Minister in charge of the elderly and disabled persons. Government, my ministry decided to evict persons occupying the rehabilitation center illegally. And 2 days after, there is a very old man, I say group of disabled persons camping at my office. And they had brought one person called Semaganda, who was staying in that rehabilitation center. The man was brought to me as an appeal to reverse the decision. But I had no policy guideline for reversing this decision. I asked them whether this man doesn't have any relative. They told me no. I asked the man, how did he come to that rehabilitation center? He said when he was young, he had polio problems and he was taken to Bulago polio clinic there. And thereafter, he was brought to Kireka Rehabilitation Center, which used to be a polio center. And he started working there, he went through the education there. He was an instructor. When it ended, he remained there. Then I told him, can you find anywhere to go? He says, I know nowhere apart from that center. But I had no police as government to help this man. He was there, helpless, brought there by government sometime. He had nowhere to go, but illegally he was occupying that place because there are no legal procedures of helping this man. So you look at such people and the people you've seen in the field and recommend to what you think we can do.
Erau Valentino in Omiri village, Oba Parish, Bululu sub-county. And we were able to get the following, that this gentleman really appreciates this program. But we found out that he's a lonely person who is staying alone in his house. He had 2 wives, but he lost them. He has no child. So he's being hunted by the relatives, especially the sons of his brothers, who want to grab his land when he's still alive. So he has shifted to different places within his piece of land. And lastly, he got a misfortune where his house was set ablaze and he lost everything. So he has found hope in this money. He also told us that he had cows, but they were also taken by the cattle raiders. And now he sees that with this type of money is going to restore what he lost in the fire and also what he lost during the raids. So far, he has used that money to do agriculture and also rear piglets. But the agriculture bit, he does a lot of intercropping. You find the simsim in that garden, you find the maize, you find the cassava, you find the millet. So I think that is where maybe the district has to come in, Madam Pao, to help him really portion his gardens. And maybe he can be able to get a lot out of it. He has also acquired a plot and he intends to construct a house in that particular plot. And he bought that plot at 70,000, which is 70 by 100 feet. And that is where he asked the minister, is there a possibility of being supported to construct a house in that particular plot? But the minister advised him to make good use of the money that he's getting to ensure that he puts up a house in his plot. And then he asked, what is the lifespan of this money we are getting? And the minister told him that he's supposed to get it up the time he dies. But then she was cautious. She cautioned him, you never know what happens in the future. But for the moment, government has planned for this money for 5 years. So he's assured of getting this money for the 5 years, and let him plan for that money for the 5 years.
They are saving their money, but their program have been drawn that when they get the money, because both are beneficiaries, they have a program for that money. When the man wants to go in those meetings in the evening, those round tables in the evening, yes, public relations, he has other sources of getting that money. They don't use on this money, so they are working together as man and wife in a home. So that was very good, because it is what we are encouraging as ministry, that we need the woman and the man, or as a family, to work together. So for them, they have their program as a family concerning that money. They don't use it for this business of public relations, no. It is specifically for a program which they have planned together. So it was good of them.
Members of cabinet lobby others and make it a point that many understand what is in this social protection. Parliament, they have already started the social protection forum as a point of action. We are all members of Parliament here, many of us. Can we commit ourselves being a member? If there is a commitment fee, then we have to sign as members. Before we talk about others, because I've found where Chairman LC1 go to campaign people to go and immunize their children, and his own are not immunized. That's very dangerous. So we commit to that, but we also have to have what we call a cabinet committee going back on issues of social protection, because these people have areas and we should be able to lobby this. When it comes to immediate budget, and we'll be appearing before the committee on Friday, but he has already said we have met the Minister of Finance twice, and I just wanted to pass this information for us to be able to know where we have reached. A budget process begins from Minister of Finance. It comes to Cabinet, Cabinet to Parliament, your committees, and then after that, it goes back to President, it comes back to Finance, Cabinet, then back to Parliament. So the process has started. First time when it appeared in Cabinet, I and my colleagues made a case for social protection, and the two issues were captured: social protection and facilitation of community development officers. When this was captured, we followed up with a meeting with the Minister of Finance. Good point is that Minister of Finance